Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Good Evening from Korea. Let me throw that intro in real quick. Good evening from Korea. Yeah, so as you can see, this episode will be edited. It's being recorded at 10:28 at night because why not? And seeing as today is the same as yesterday where I was in a good amount of pain and unable to do a lot of the things I wanted to do, I figured I might as well give you an update on the things I've done to change that today. The things that are concerning me. In terms of my room cleanliness, no update, but I did do my dishes today, which were bothering me. Just the dishes, not the silverware. Honestly, doing anything under the pain I've been experiencing, fine with that. My own personal hygiene. It makes it incredibly hard to shower when you can't bend your knees or your elbows. So I've been taking baths to, one, try to be hygienic, and two, to try to loosen up my joints in the morning by soaking them in hot water, kind of, rest the muscles. Don't know if it's been having a huge effect or if it's the 4 Advil that I take after doing it, but it seems to be helping a little bit, but it's not nearly as clean as a shower, so I've been feeling grody. So that leads to this room smelling nasty as well, because if I smell nasty and I'm in this room all day, well, guess what? So I've had the window open and I've had the fan going to keep it kind of aired out in here. In terms of the actual pain itself, today I, as said, have been taking those baths, have been drinking more water, have been taking a lot of Advil, and after looking up my symptoms and thinking that it might be a sprain, technically, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor, and neither is Google, I was messaging people more because I was a little bit more concerned that it may be something that sticks around for longer than I'd hoped, and that ended up with me talking to one of my coworkers who suggested taking an Epsom salt bath. Luckily, I can kind of... I can kind of grab it. I can kind of bend my arms now. That's about as far as I can get it. Luckily, I have this all the way from... It hurts to hold this up. All the way from my basic training days. More than a year and a half ago. This is like the least pain I've been in all day. And it hurts to lift up something that probably weighs less than a pound. This video won't be super long, nor will it be super edited, but it will exist and it will be edited. Anyway, I tried putting that on it because my coworker suggested it. That might help. And I really can't tell if it's making much difference. It's kind of just drying up on my skin and leaving a powder everywhere. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed it does something. And I've been letting more people know about me being hurt because normally I don't just, I'm in pain, I'm sore. So maybe I'll mention it, but I won't really make it known. And with me being somewhat more concerned about it, I figured I would let it be known to more people. So I was talking to people about it today. That's why I heard about that. So I think that's pretty much most of the stuff that I was concerning myself with. I'm a little bit concerned about my diet, seeing as I can't do anything. Operating a microwave is really, really painful. Like operating a toaster, scraping the beans out of the can for a thing of chili is like really difficult. That banging motion you do, shaking the beans like out of anything. Life changes when 1 pound gets heavy. I feel like I know what it's like to be like 85 now. I hate it. I really hope that this heals soon. But yeah, I did play a lot of video games today because it's basically the one thing I can do because the mouse is on the ground, so my elbow gets to be on the ground and I can still move my wrist okay. So I'm just kind of playing like this for the day. And my thumbs, holy cow, it feels like it's 100 pounds. And my thumbs can still operate joysticks and stuff. So it's pretty much what I'm limited to. I can kind of type if I kind of get in on it and move mostly with my fingers. So I've been able to use WASD kind of, but like switching between a controller and a mouse is really difficult, yada yada. But I was able to play a lot of video games. Fantastic. I played a lot of GTA, but instead of getting mad at it when it just shut off because of my poor internet, I decided to play GTA Online. GTA Story Mode with the original story characters, and I actually made a ton of progress in that, and actually kind of had some fun because it's not that terribly written of a story. It holds up. It's at very least interesting, and to be honest, it's been so long since I've done it. I think the last time I did it was maybe sophomore year, so that's a good 4 or 5 years ago now. So it's been a long time, and with my memory, I don't remember anything from the story mode, so I get to kind of see these twists and turns all over again, which is interesting. Yeah, didn't do much, can't do much, trying to do more to be able to do much so that I could at least, I don't know, go for a drive. It's not like I go outside all that much anyway, but I mean, at least I'd like to sit here and not be in pain. All right. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Whatever time it is for you out there in this really painful world of ours, whether it be a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night that you may or may not be currently experiencing, I just hope whatever you're going through, it's good. Or if it's not, I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. I appreciate you watching the video. This has been Overlord Pop-Tart. Stay frosty.